Well, hey y'all, welcome back to the house on Avery Road. Today, we're gonna process tomatoes. But before we do that, I thought I was gonna show y'all some stuff going on in the garden. Everything is withering and dying. Of course, that's okay, because I've got my fall garden to plant, and I've already got some seeds started back there, and I'll show you all those in just a second. But, yeah, these are the beans. They're pretty much dried up and done. But see these beans like this? Every time I'm out here in the garden, I take them and pop them open. And even though they're almost dry, I love them. You'll just snack on them and snack on them. Anyway, show y'all the butternut squash. It's right above you. Now see, they say butternut squash is ready when this stem right here turns brown. They may be just starting to turn a little bit brown, but I'm just waiting on them because that one that fell out of the tree the other day, or that fell off the vine when the tree hit the this trellis. And by the way, look at this. Look how it bent it. I'll have to fix that. But anyway, one of them fell off, and I cooked it anyway, but it was still not quite right. So we're gonna wait till these turn brown, so I know good and for well that all these are gonna be ripe and delicious. And I want y'all to look at this. This is something else too. Right here. This is a wild morning glory vine, or Jess calls it, Jess from Roots and Refuge Farm, she calls it a bindweed. It's all over this. I got to get all that off. All right. I'm gonna show y'all these. These are my little seedlings, and I need to water them. This is rutabaga that I've already got started in here, so I'm very excited about that. This is collard greens. I love collard greens. Y'all like collard greens? I love them. Right here we've got some lacinato kale, dinosaur kale. Love this stuff too. Now I tried to grow this in the spring, and the bugs eat it up. Just eat it up. Actually, I went on vacation for a week and come back, and they were decimated. So I'm looking forward to having those again in the fall. Brunswick cabbage. It's my cabbages. And Dutch cabbage right here. So these are doing good. Actually, I need to give these a little bit of water. What we need to do is go in and get these tomatoes on, because I'm losing light out here. Tonight we're gonna can tomatoes, and y'all, I know my last video was a canning video, but it's the season, ain't it? It's the season for preserving food. So that's what we're gonna do tonight, is we're gonna do tomatoes. So come on in the house and we'll get started on these tomatoes. All right, y'all, so we're gonna get to canning some tomatoes. But the other day on a video, somebody asked me about this cutting board, and I was gonna tell y'all, I got this cutting board, I mean, years ago. It has been literally years ago. And I got it from a place called the Butcher Block Company. That might not be the name of it. I'll look and see, and I will post the link to where I got this board in the description below. But it's a huge board, and I special ordered it just so that it would fit this space, because actually, instead of taking up a lot more counter space, it actually gives me a lot more workable space. So we love this board, and it's a Boos cutting board, B-O-O-S. It's a Boos Butcher Block cutting board. But anyway, this is the tomatoes we're going to be working with. Now what I'm fixing to do is I'm fixing to start skinning these, taking the skins off of them. And I got a pot of boiling water over there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just drop these in the boiling water for a couple of minutes. The skins will crack. Then I'm going to move them over to the sink where I've got cold water so they can cool down and I can take the skins off of them. But I'll show y'all that. Here we go. We're going to can. Yes, we can. And we're off. Here we go. I'm just going to take these things off of them right there, but just pop them down in the boiling water. The skins will bust, and you'll see that when it happens. Oh, no. just for a couple of minutes. All right, let me show y'all an example of what you're looking for when you do this. You see how that skin's pulling away? That's what you're looking for, is your tomato to crack, just like that on the skin. And I'm gonna go ahead and just do these, and I'm gonna do the rest of them, and I'm gonna put them over here in my sink of cold water, and we'll move on to the next step. All right, now I wanted to show y'all, when your tomatoes goes in the water, the skins will actually start popping off like that. It's really, really easy. And I'm gonna core them in this other bowl over here. Now look, if you've got one like this that didn't split, just take a little knife, give it a little split, and the skins will peel right off. Just that easy. All right, now once I peel my tomatoes, I put them back in this big bowl, and once I got them all peeled, I drained the excess water off this so there wouldn't be a lot of water in it, because the tomatoes are gonna release a lot of juice to begin with. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna core these. Take the cores out of them and just pop them over in this pot. Just like that. So I have made a slight misjudgment. I haven't done this in like 3 or 4 years. So you're supposed to core them before you peel them. I got tomato spit on. Such a shame. But it's not going to ruin the plan. It's not going to ruin the plan. So what I've got now is the tomatoes cut up in this pot. I've got all the juice that I saved off of them in this pot. And what I'm going to do, the other day, I was watching a video from Sarah over at Living Traditions Homestead. So what I'm going to do is when I'm boiling these down, I'm going to take some of this juice off, and I'm probably going to pull off a couple of pints of juice first, and then can the tomatoes, what's left of the tomatoes, so there won't be that much juice in the tomatoes, because we love tomato juice. So let's get these to cooking. Okay, this has started to get very, very warm, and the juices have started to come out of the tomato. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off some of this juice, and Wayne will come right here and show in the pot. I'm going to pull off some of this juice, about 4 cups, hopefully. We're just going to make tomato juice out of this so that my tomatoes won't be as liquidy, so I can just get the tomatoes out. May can only do 1 pint with this, but I'm going to try to get 2 pints of juice. And what I'm doing is running it through the sieve so that we can get the seeds out of the juice. I may only get 1 pint out of here, I'm not sure, but we're gonna see for sure. So now I'm gonna push this juice through and get the seeds out and see how much juice we can get out. Let them boil a little bit longer. Now once these tomatoes come up to a boil, they need to boil for about 10 minutes before you pack them into your hot jars. And my jars are hot, they're in the dishwasher. So let me get rid of this. And there's some goodie down here on the bottom. You want to get that off too. Okay, well it's time to can tomatoes. I pulled off 2 pints of juice, which is perfect, which is absolutely perfect. So now I'm going to get my jars out of the, I started to say freezer. They ain't in the freezer. I'm going to get my jars out of the dishwasher and start loading them up with tomatoes. Alrighty, here we go. I love tomatoes. We go into 1 inch of headspace. We're also going in with a 1/2 teaspoon of salt in each one of them. Perfection. Let me get my bands and my... Oh, I gotta wipe my rims. Hold on. Wipe my rim. Put on a band and a lid. Ouch, fingertip tight. Into my pressure canner. Now I'm pressure canning these because tomatoes are high acid food. You can water bath can them, but I'm not adding any lemon juice to them. So I'm gonna go ahead and pressure can these for 15 minutes at 15 pounds of pressure. That way I don't have to add any lemon juice to them. Now if you're water bath canning, you'll add a tablespoon of lemon juice to this and water bath can, but that's not what I'm doing tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. See you in a minute. All right, now I got these in my pressure canner and I've got a good stream of steam coming out. So I'm gonna let that steam for 10 minutes and then I'm gonna put on my jiggler, the weight, the 15-pound weight. Once it starts jiggling, I'm gonna turn the heat down so it'll jiggle lightly for 15 minutes. And then I'll take it off the heat and just let it rest until all the pressure's gone and it's rested. Then I'll take the lid off, let it sit there for another 10 minutes, and then I'll take the jars out, and I'll show you all that when I take the jars out. Okay, so our tomatoes have come out of the pressure canner. Yay! And right here I've got 2 jars of tomato juice and 4 pints of tomatoes. Now, right here you'll see that these tomatoes have separated from the juice. That's normal for that to happen. They've got to sit here like this for at least 24 hours. Then I'll take the bands off of them and store them. But to mix this back up, once you get ready to use it, just give it a shake. It'll mix the tomatoes back in with the juice. That's perfectly normal. Let me pop this off. And I'm very, very happy with that. So thank y'all for tuning in to the house on AUP Road, and we will talk to y'all on the next video. Bye!